I just wanted to take a moment to sit down with you. You're working in one of the top markets as one of the top lending teams. What are buyers doing differently that you work with? Is there anything we can learn from some of your top clients?
Yeah, so some of the top clients right now are really getting a good handle on, their personal finances, understanding a budget on their own, not waiting for us as a lender to tell them where they stand, but just kind of having a full grasp of like where they, what's going to work with them, payment wise, down payment wise, purchase price, loan amount, and just really just not waiting for us to guide them so much.
Okay.
And that way, if we do get in a situation where they ultimately are, super competitive when things are moving fast, negotiations, for instance, they don't have to spend 3-4 days analyzing
Figuring out if
it
will
makes sense.
Yeah.
They're not going to nickel and dime,
Yeah.
$5, $10, $15, $20,000. They see a longer term view of the property and have a really good understanding of where the real estate market's headed.
Yes.
So, they're not going to, bicker about, small peanuts in the grand scheme of things because, down the road, real estate's going to, be strong from an investment standpoint.
Exactly. So, yeah, they have that big picture in mind. Yeah, I definitely can agree with you on that. And now when you speak about the clients that do seem to have more of their finances in order, are there any resources that you see, like a common thread? If someone doesn't have their finances in order right now, where can they turn to then to get those resources?
Yeah, so right off the bat is having a financial advisor.
Yeah.
I wouldn't suggest they all manage their own, investment accounts, but just having just a budget and a roadmap of where they stand. Communicating with their spouse or whoever they're purchasing with. My wife and I just did it last week where we just added everything up just to see where we stood.
For you, yes.
And just, that way we know at any given time, I'd say maybe do it every quarter, and then set goals that way. But, we do have some people that will come to us and not have a full grasp. And, it kind of sets them back.
Yeah.
It doesn't put them in the right position to move quickly. Because, with real estate here and, super desirable marketplace, things come up quick and things happen fast.
You got to be quick.
Yeah, if you're stalling or sitting around and not, able to, perform quickly, it's going to blow right by you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Now, let me shift gears a little bit. You lightly touched on investments. So from an investment standpoint, and you can answer this either professionally or personally, what you see working for you, what's any kind of your advice on investment strategies? What do you find working for people?
I would say, you definitely want to be diversified, obviously. I'm not a financial advisor, but what's worked well for me and, my family and how I was raised was, you obviously want to, own real estate long term. I mean, there's 3 places you can live. You can live with your parents, you own your own house, or you can rent.
Yes.
I'm not moving back in with mom and dad. So you always want to have your own house. There's so many benefits to, tax reasons, obviously paying down the mortgage, et cetera. But for what's worked well for us is having real estate. A portion of our investments are in real estate. A portion, I've been really fascinated with the stock market and understanding there's so much wealth being generated.
Yeah.
That's really been fascinating for me. So, we dabble in that a little bit. And, I think we're on the horizon of, something that's really big coming in terms of, artificial intelligence. So I think with, if you don't have to have a full grasp of what's going on, but you just got to be in it and, kind of understand that, that's how you're going to really, achieve your goals long term. Working W-2 jobs or, trying to save that way and putting money in the bank, inflation's going to run you right out the door. So you really got to have things working for you. The way I say it is like you're making money when you're sleeping.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's everyone's dream, right?
Exactly.
So what do you wish more buyers in the marketplace understood?
That doing things up front.
Okay.
And then sharing everything with us up front.
Yes.
I'm not the loan police, so telling me directly everything so I can structure it properly and put it in the hands of the underwriter the best way possible. Not holding back and just ultimately just being transparency and doing things early on.
Yes.
The best clients are going to be the ones that follow our lead, that ultimately respect that we do this daily.
Yes.
Same with you.
Yes.
They trust that what we say is how things are working or what needs to happen. So really just if they're getting interested in purchasing, getting us what we need so we can put them in the best possible position.
Absolutely. Yeah, you touched on what we've spoken about before, is just leaning into the process and trusting the process is so important, because we have seen clients kind of muddy up the waters a little bit if they're trying to jump the gun or just rush the process too much. And we are in a speedy industry, but there's still a process that has to happen. So I'm glad that you touched on that.
I would suggest and advise that if you are thinking about buying or you need to buy a property, to do it sooner than later, because the people that are going to sit there and wait until rates come down are going to be fighting with another 5 million potential buyers if rates drop into the 5. So, you know, and to go back to the first question with, you know, the people that, you know, high net worth and understanding the market a little bit more, you know, they have the bigger picture understood that, you know, you want to get the keys to a property now. We can always improve upon the rate and lower the payment in the future. It's a fixed mortgage, but it's not fixed for the life of, you know, you living there. So, you know, if you can overcome and swallow the payments and realize, you know, if it's another $200-300 more a month than it might be 6-8 months from now, you know, maybe that's you and your family not going out to dinner, you know, a couple times a month. So, you know, just, I do think it's going to be a strong market. You know, San Diego County in general has, you know, very limited space, so they're not building too much. Now, you know, I think in the last 70 years, there's only been 6 or 7 down years in appreciation wise. So you're not going to lose if you're in it for the long run.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, absolutely. And it is such a long-term game, you know, real estate, and it will continue to appreciate, especially in this this
like
market.
Set it and forget it, you know?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's like the crock pot of investment.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, thank you so much for your time today, sharing your knowledge with us. I hope you enjoyed it as well and found something valuable here. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Thank you.